Hey guys, what's up? This is Dr. Alchemist, M.F.A, the Neo Scholar. I'm the Master of Fine Arts and Fashion Design. And why are you watching this? Because I got the credentials, the real ones, and the muscles. I'm so excited about this video. This is a Psyduck video. And if you know, and you know, I'm going to be a gym leader, definitely going to be a water type gym leader. If I have to choose the type, water is my favorite. And who best to represent this water moment? Psyduck. This is a Psyduck video. And all Psyduck. We're going to do a little bit of Pokemon documentaries. We're going to do some Pokemon reviews. We're going to watch some Misty Psyduck because Misty is my favorite character in all Pokemon. And I know she should have been in the top and not the other girl with the axe who I keep forgetting her exactly, you know? She should have been there. She should have been the Kanto champion. Gary should have been there and Tobias. If you want me to do a video on Pokemon journeys and those finals, let me know because I would love to talk about of who should have actually been in the finals and how Ash doesn't deserve that win because it should have been about him raising all his Pokemon from the beginning and traveling all around the Pokemon universe, finding those Pokemon, training, evolving them, and then working together with his friends to win the championship. All right. But right now, we're going to do a little bit of Pokemon documentaries. And so let me get set up. So let's see. Do not mess this up because I do love me some Psyduck. Okay. All right. Let's get it going. Are we recording? Boom. We're recording. And let me just read a little about it. Let's see what we're getting into. Real life Pokemon Psyduck. Life in Kanto's wetlands. Okay. In Kanto's flooded forests and quiet lagoons, Psyduck drift in loose groups, while waddling through tea-colored shallows and resting in still side pools. In this Nat Geo style field science episode, we follow their daily rhythm. I wonder what it is. Foraging at the water's edge, basking in scattered sunbeams, and coping with the mysterious headaches just precede their surges. Psychic surges. Instinct takes over quickly. The flock reeds ripples and wind freezes when branches rustle and keeps the safe quarters along roots and reeds. When storms swell, the rivers and the lagoons overflow, the group migrates, single file across muddy bars, guided by the elder Psyduck. Okay, so we have the Beyonce of Psyducks. I look forward to seeing, or the Drake of Psyducks. I'm looking forward to seeing this Psyduck, okay? I'm a little biased. I wish Missy was in this AI video. And that's what I'm starting to notice. Like with the last one I did with Ghastly and the story with Agatha, I thought that was really great. We got to see the journey. So now like that last Ghastly one was such a great video. We're up in a bar. I want to see a story with the side. We can't just see people just hanging out. We need to see the story. It needs to feel that human interaction, even though this is AI driven. But come on, come on. As pressure mounts, latent power blooms, the leader's psychic energy stabilizes, and at the critical moment, evolves into Golduck. Steady and agile, Golduck opens paths through dangerous currents and escorts the flock of their safer waters. Calm by nature and responsive to kindness, Psyduck remember who shelters them, bonds with human taking root like any vine. We end by tracing their growth, the tipping point from Psyduck to Golduck, and how leadership, stamina, and water sense turns a timid wanderer into a guardian of Kanto's wetlands. If Pokemon were real, this is how Psyduck would live. All right, let's get into it. Let's give it a little like. Shout out to Mon Biology, and let's get started. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you love Pokemon documentaries, if you love going back into the archives of your favorite anime and manga that I cover, because, we like to always do a little documentary and then we find a little comparison analysis that we can just enjoy or learn something. So we're going to watch these Pokemon documentaries of Psyduck, and then I have a nice little Psyduck treat. It has something to do with Misty. We'll see. Let's go. All right, opening shot. I mean, this Psyduck is full and ate for his his heart's content until his heart's content. And this other Psyduck is floating. So we know none of these Psyducks are Misty Psyducks. I'm gonna just say this, the wetlands behind it looks really nice. But these Psyducks look a little rubber ducky, right? Like it was done with clay. So, you know, I now we're starting to see the flaws in these AIs because now this kind of has some of the same texture as the Ghastly, which the Ghastly now looking back at it from looking at the Psyduck should have been a little more translucent. And now my Psyduck's a little more shiny. I can see that, I can understand that choice because of you want the water kind of like coming off because they're a water Pokemon, but it's given very much like rubber ducky, very much like blow up little arm floaties, plastic. Let's keep it going.
In the heart of the quiet lagoons, where the world seems to breathe slowly, a small yellow creature.
I love the expression of this Psyduck. Um, okay, I'm starting to see a little texture right here. It's if Psyduck is based off of a duck, I would have. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. It's okay. I think just another choice of texture or rendering should have been done for the Psyduck. I think it looks good, like he looks like Psyduck, but yeah, I don't like the texture choice for the Psyduck. I wish this looked a little bit more like hairs. His little three hairs could have been a little more, could have had a little more fiber to it. I love the expression. That's something I'm looking for, the expression in these AI videos. So I love that. And I thought he was walking on water like Jesus, but he's not. We can see that see, I'm getting harder. I kind of see that the water, like he's walking on water with the left foot and the right foot, it's going underneath the water. Hey, just saying, if we're going to get technical, and we're going to say AI is going to replace us, let AI replace us and do it right. Now, looking from this shot, it looks a lot better. It's coming off as a duck. Just for reference, with rendering, let's look at, hold on, Psyduck, Pokemon, based off from what animal? Let's just get into it. The platypus and the duck. Can we see what a platypus and a duck looks like? Okay, because that's all rendering is, like just taking reference, biomimicry, design technique. Hold on, boom, boom. I can't. Oh my god, why can't I do this? Hold on. Beep boop boop. Platypus. Okay. Okay, so it has a little more furry strokes, and let's just get into it. What's going on? Okay, I think this is a great picture of it. Look at that. So if we're going to compare and contrast, yeah, okay. Definitely could have added the little holes for his snout. Would have been a nice little detail, but I see it has it up here, so great A+. We have the duck mouth, but this is kind of based on the platypus. As far as the texturing, I would have pulled from the platypus texturing. I really like that Oh, let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see this. Okay, cool. So yeah, definitely would have loved to see if we're going to do a compare and contrast. Boom, right there. And then we don't really need to see much. We just need to make sure the texture is just like that. You know what I mean? Let's just get that there. Can we close this advertising? No, we cannot. Yeah. So let's pull this right here. Just looking at the texturing of the platypus and the duck. Okay, cool. So either they can have this like little low cut Caesar moment. Okay. Let me expand this so I can. Okay, I'm messing up. Hold on. User error. Let's go to the next picture. Of the platypus. What's going on? Why can't I do that? Look me. I'm trying to be so technical. Can't even get the damn arrow done. Okay, next one. I don't like that. Would be a good reference point. I mean, this platypus needs some oil sheen. Okay. I see where they're going. That first platypus, I think, was a good example right here of what we could have done. But my favorite one, we'll just go back to it when we're just rendering, is this one. Right here. Boom. Perfecto. Boom. Boom. Okay, do you see this texture right here? And that one, like I said, it looks like we have more of like a clay molding or like a plastic ceramic molding, and then we just did some strokes like if we were like sculpting something, you know what I'm saying, like just using your fingers. I think this is more like coming off as like hair if we're gonna go this, and I love how this looks, a little more texture, a little more brush strokes. So I mean, this kind of just, to me, looks kind of how like makeup brushes look. So it really has that makeup brush for density or texture. So I would definitely implement that, and I've seen it done before. So, but hey, cool so far.
And carrying within itself a
Very
power
expressive. I
it
love how
fears to
expressed.
awaken. This is Psyduck.
I love right here how that you can see a reflection, but just we have to call a spade a spade. There's a little flaw. If the ripples are heavy here, there has to be ripples heavy here. So there's a break in the ripple. So just, I'm being a little stickler and more consistency with the texture.
Even with the
I don't feel like he's having enough headache. But
intense headaches that
I love this. This back, a little drop of headache. Okay, they killed this one right here. I love how he's like, oh my God, my head. You know what I'm saying?
Psyduck still finds ways to unwind. It gathers with others of its kind, forming calm little groups that float and rest.
I mean, this is giving rubber-ducky. It's looking very much like, I don't know if y'all have seen this toy before, but I just feel like it's a wind-up toy. You wind up and then you put it in the water, and it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's for animals, but I've seen them before, or it's very plasticky. Um, if the story is like the Psyduck is chilling, why the other Psyducks are just here, placed around 1, 2, 3 around this Psyduck that's just chilling, but maybe this is the Psyduck the story is about. Um, I like some of this detail right here to the left where we're seeing some of the footprints. I mean, the marsh is okay. It's cool. I don't think it has nothing to do with the story, but it's cool. I don't mind it.
In the lagoon's gentle waters, its round, plump body.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give it. I love right here where you actually see the feet inside the water, not walking like Jesus. Psyduck is not Jesus. And yeah, the ripples. Perfect. I was just looking at how the shadow looks. In clear water like that, maybe at that certain time, it's probably like midday, sundown, or like dusk. Maybe you wouldn't. That's what happens when you do a video at midnight. But I'm going to finish, and don't worry about that. So maybe when it is kind of dusk, you wouldn't see a reflection. I don't know. I'll have to check. But I like the surrounding. I love the shot. I love the expression. We're just going to make a choice. Are we going to be consistent with looking at the rubber-ducky and just married to that? Or we're going to have the texture like we had earlier. So just a little inconsistency issues. But we're at a strong B plus. And I love how you can see the details in the water.
Works like a natural float, keeping it always at the surface. And the webbing on its feet gives it stability on treacherous terrain.
Hold on. How we go from, see, this is when AIs. So the whole entire time he's had these white clear feet, and we know Psyduck. Oh yes, we don't. We do know Psyduck. Let's pull Psyduck up. Psyduck. Gen 1. Haha. That's shiny. Yeah. So we know Psyduck. Let's get into Psyduck. Hold on. What does this sprite look like? Let's do that. That's interesting. Um, Perfect. Let me pull up his sprite. Sorry, this is the nerd in me. Yeah, look at that. Okay, this is the shiny version of Psyduck in his sprite form. I didn't see anything in his yellow form, but who needs, it's Psyduck. I just want to just highlight the detail and how hard. I don't even know how to do this, the pixel, but I kind of see it by looking at it. But like, just understand, like, okay, you have to create this photo or just image, and just starting with the black outline and just really doing a rough, like you really have no curved lines. It's all just like Tetris in here, okay, or Legos, and just a little detail. The eye is gorgeous. Um, Even the fact that we're using light when talking about this pixel art, meaning we're light and shade. I'll start with shade. That the whites, brings out his eyes, and the white here is signaling that, and also by his feet is signaling that they're different colors. That the let's say this was like a color grid, and you had a color chart of like, all right, the white space is supposed to be cream, and then the light blue space or the blue space is supposed to be yellow. So I really like this distinction, and as an artist, you're rendering this to like a digital design or rendering this to a final illustration outside of pixel art. You can easily follow this, okay? And I clearly understand that even though this is kind of white right here, well, this is white right here, and that this little white part on his head, I totally understand that this is lighting. This is the light hitting, because of the way how the light hits right here. Maybe because I just know Psyduck and being biased, but the light hits right here, as you can see where the baby blue is. The baby blue indicates where all the light is, and the darkness is the more, I was going to say Sean Jamal, the more, it's like kind of like a light navy blue, or so see, I forgot what the color called, but it's a darkened, so like between the baby blue and the navy blue, so it's in that middle ground, this medium blue color. Wow, just looking at it, okay, I do, because we know that his duck beak is like a different color, but you also see like light specks hitting. So they did a great placement of lighting and also color coding, because this wouldn't work if this was also baby blue. So I really do enjoy that. And then you have the two pieces of hair. We move from the sprite, and then we go into like the illustration, or like we kind of look at him as a yellow version of the sprite. Ooh. X can get a little crazy, so we don't want to get on X, okay? We don't want to get on X. Okay. All right, this is an even better example of the 3D sprite, and I really see it. Okay, the color is different. The light hits here, light's hitting here. I mean, it looks like Psyduck. That's so dope. I wonder if they drew it out first. I'm sure they did. But you're just working with minimal color. And I think you would start with, for me, I would start with the black, outlining everything. We typically do this in design when we're working with like the same color, like from here, this mustard, right here, this mustard. You put breaks in it to really define it, right here. It's supposed to be holding his head. This reads better than this, but, could have used right here, probably a little Yeah, just to connect that face. But I think it looks great, right? Let's get a cute little picture of Psy. Love, love it. So this is how Psyduck looks. Okay. This is red and blue US, red and green Japan. I mean, Psyduck, we'll go with this Psyduck right here. Look at that. Cute, 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 cute. Love that. Let's keep it going. Okay. So
at the surface.
as you can see, it's more this ivory, just like this, or this nude. And then we go into when AI starts fucking up, and this looks like exactly like Duck. Okay. We went from you don't have that much room. He's kind of like this is his foot. You might have like just a little bit connect, like maybe the foot connects with just a little bit, but the duck is fully like this. And Psyduck might just be like, it might really just go into him, like might maybe like an oxtail. You know what I mean? An oxtail size like that going into him instead of a full leg. You know? So that's where it loses for me. I'm gonna dock that down to this is a hard one to we'll keep it in the B, but like, okay, cool. And this looks like a duck. If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It is duck.
It is the perfect habitat for him, but not everything is as it seems.
Okay.
Without warning, in the middle of a simple dive, Psyduck freezes and clutches its head moments before sudden shifts in the weather.
Oh, the poor Psyduck is. They need some BC powder. How many of y'all know about BC powder? It's like an old country thing for me because you're supposed to take the BC powder before you drink, and after you drink, or just anything, and a Dr. Pepper or a Coke. Well, back in the day, my grandma said the Coke was hitting back then because it had the extra oomph in it. But and we're not talking about that. But these poor Psyducks. Yeah, I'm just enjoying this.
A clear sign.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Look at the texture. Okay, so cool. See the expression on the last side. Why he look like that? Oh my God, why are they looking like that? Like they looking like nigga. What's going on here? We gotta hit it. I don't know. We gotta go. What's going on? Oh my God, he's about to lose it again. It's like the Three Stooges. But this man, he's like, oh hell to the no, because he's about to launch off. Look at him. Look at this texture. It's so beautiful. I see it from here. I like that better. See, if they put the little shiny and that on top, I think that works.
Is near. It's time to migrate as the storm announces itself.
Oh yeah, look at that texture.
In no time, the lagoons will overflow. Psyduck knows it must find a safe place. The elder takes the...
So when we saw the storm, we do know one his ability is Cloud 9. So as Cloud 9 stops all weather from happening, right? Isn't that what Cloud 9 does? Hold on. Psyduck, Cerebi. Right? I don't like those, so I'm not going to keep moving. Damp, explosion, self-destruct, mind blown, and Misty. Explosion would not work while this Pokemon on the field. Cloud 9. All weather effects are negated while the Pokemon is on the field. Yeah. So they use kind of Cloud 9 because he really, I guess, signifying he's having a psychic connection. He's like Nami from One Piece, and he's like, oh, something's about to happen. So, okay.
In search of a new home. In a crooked line, they wade through the flooded forest.
I like their feet right here. The feet are cute. These look like good Psyduck, but then I mean, this is all over the place. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God, what happened?
Together, a challenge as Psyducks.
No, wait, hold. Y'all saw that?
A challenge as Psyducks.
Go back. Hold on.
While the leader
look at that. Oh.
A challenge as Psyducks drift into their own thoughts as easily as they drift through murky water. The group of Psyduck pushes into land they have never seen. Behind the apparent confusion, the group stays together.
So they're doing confusion. Okay, what are they doing? We know how we feel about the Psyducks. I'm not gonna keep talking about it. So we're at a C plus. So let's keep going.
Connected. Just as Psyduck sensed, the
Zapdos.
forces of nature begin to reshape the
Where the hell Zapdos came from? Them poor Psyducks. So Zapdos just came out of nowhere. Zapdos looks actually phenomenal. Actually phenomenal. Zapdos brought his ass over here and just started zapping the dam and destroyed the dam. And I don't know what platypuses do or ducks. I don't think they build dams. Those are beavers. But oh my God, Zapdos, why did you do that? Zapdos looks good. Oh, Zapdos looks good. Y'all, oh yeah, we'll give it a C plus. We're at C. Oh, whoo, they might go to a B minus just on Zapdos. This and that looked good. That was amazing animation.
to reshape the entire ecosystem.
Why is it?
Pokemon that failed
Oh, Poliwag and Paris and Poliwag looks amazing. I love Politoed.
signs of change must now flee
Paris can't swim.
in the flooded.
Magikarp better transform. Look at that. Okay, last Magikarp looks better in the other thing, but okay. Poor
The
little,
change was far too brutal. With the currents so strong, the environment shifted too quickly, and with their small, awkward bodies, the Psyducks were not fast enough to find a safe place. Cornered, Psyduck closes its eyes and presses its head as it has done so many times. With
okay.
its group in danger, its power finally awakens. With this newly awakened power, Psyduck
So Psyduck's power finally awakened. He's having a nervous breakdown because it's just him and his homies chilling. They're about to die because Zapdos decide to just come and just blow up a dam. And so they're stressed out. You see, he got little marks. He's supposed to be leader Psyduck.
its eyes and presses its head as
And then he uses Psychic. Oh my God, he's going giving Wanda Maxima. Um, okay.
its power finally awakens.
Okay, look, wow, that looks amazing. Okay, we'll give it a B. We'll bring it up to a B. We're bringing it up to the B. I'm being a little more critical about the Psyduck moments, but this, oh yeah,
The awakened power, Psyduck still has no understanding of what is happening.
okay.
Only that it must save its group.
He's Moses.
As a leader, he guides them
Oh,
to
okay. Look, not that's cute. That's a cool way. Okay.
on
Well, now hold on. Continuity issue again. So these are baby Psyduck and this is big Psyduck. Okay, we just need to choose. Just choose. Just stick with it. That's all I ask the AI. Just stay consistent. It feels like these AIs are lacking continuity, and I think when you're building as a director or you're storyboarding or just your artist or designer or mangaka, a game designer, it's about continuity and you're keeping the same character. These are multiple different characters in multiple different scenes, but it should be one character flowing through. And what story are we actually saying? And what's the lesson we're learning? So, okay, so I'm not learning nothing, but I'm enjoying watching it.
Psyduck awakens,
But they're helpful.
still confused. The group doesn't yet understand what happened. After the storm, they find themselves in a new lagoon with no safe ground in sight. It's then that the leader's instinct ignites once more.
Uh-oh.
Something in him has changed. A silent strength flows through his body, as if nature itself is calling him to protect the flock, and he knows they will need that strength now more than ever. Psyduck faces its own reflection, the surface trembling, as if responding to the power awakening within him.
I don't know how I feel about this. So his homies over there don't know what the hell just happened. You know what? None of us know what the hell is happening because Zapdos just came and just blown shit up. So I'd be confused too. They're using confusion trying to figure out like what the hell just happened. And the leader was like, okay, I need to level up. So let me go take a walk, y'all. I just saved y'all. So y'all be fine, right? And this one was like, what the hell? Look at him. Look at him. Hold on. Look.
Silent
Hold on, let's go. Hold on. He was like,
something in has changed.
look, I can't get it. Let me see it. I swear he just put his hand up. Look at that. He's like, hey, bruh, like, we're all confusion, looking like the Calco sisters, the three sisters of Calco from X-Men, you know? Emma Frost's daughters, them. I forgot the starts with a C. That's how they're looking like, yo, where you going, B?
Silent strength.
And so he's just looking at his reflection like, bro, I really just did that. I really just Moses this. I'm him. This Psyduck is like, I'm him. And I've been saving them and they don't know what happened. Like, why did Zapdos come here?
Flows through his body as if
And he's like,
nature
well, maybe I'm him and I'm tired,
itself is calling him to protect the flock. And
but I
he
gotta
knows
level
they
up.
will need
Okay, this CGI, this is my favorite CGI of the bunch, this scene, because it's giving me old school Final Fantasy, like VV, Monster Rancher, Digimon. You know what I mean? This is the same CGI from like Digimon World 1. It's giving that like PlayStation
more
graphics.
strength now.
And this how they should have been walking the whole entire time. Look how he's walking, all happy.
Psyduck
Oh, wait. I don't know what that cartoon is. You know what he walked through? Do you remember what that little green guy? He's like, like a stick figure, but he's green. It was on Cartoon Network. I can't think of it, but it was green. And it had like it was like the guy from Toy Story, Mr. Potato Head. But okay, take Mr. Potato Head parts. And it's like Gumby. Is that his name? Gumby? Is it Gumby? Gumby. Gumby. Okay, that's what this animation gave. Yeah, look at that. And I wish Psyduck was okay. Now we're going to go back to a C plus because Psyduck should have been this motherfucking happy the whole thing. Look at him.
need that strength now more than ever.
Yeah,
Psyduck
it's giving those Gumby graphics. You remember those? Yeah. Oh, and look at my shirt. Since we're talking about Psyduck in the marshlands. And how you doing, Dr. Dictionary? You having a good time? All right, let's keep it going. He's like, hurry your ass up.
its own reflection.
Okay, I really love that. So he set the water.
Is trembling as if responding to the power.
Okay, the only thing this doesn't make sense. He puts the water around him, but I wish it was kind of like a neutron. Is it called a neutron? An atom. Like an atom. I wish it was kind of like an atom going around him, the water, and going like this. Come on. Come on. If it was doing that around him in the evolution, that water part would have made sense. But just for it to go around him, and yeah, kind of lazy right there. Kind of took it from the moment, or you should just evolve him like a Magic Carpenter Gyarados the last video.
As if responding to the power.
And then he just transformed like Moon Prism Power Activate because he's now Sailor Mercury. So he just evolved. And now, okay, maybe it's just me, but if we're gonna make Golduck this menacing, at least give him a 6-pack. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's just do it.
A small Psyduck gives way to something greater. A Golduck.
Looking like Frieza.
Steady, agile.
Look how he walked through.
Shaped to survive the dangerous waters of this new
Feeling like a man when I walk through. Okay.
And his mind finally clear, he understands what must be
Aww.
done. Now he is ready to protect his group and guide them through the unknown.
I need to see this Golduck fight.
Energy, once erratic and painful,
Look at him.
is now the very
Oh, we didn't get into the Golduck. Oh, wait.
Safe until they grow.
Now that looks like a very big platypus. Okay, let's get into Golduck real quick. I'm sorry. I really enjoyed this rest of the parts. Okay, Golduck looks great. He has the jewel, the Azarath Netrio Zinthos. That's what his forehead looks like. And I enjoy it. And I think Golduck is an A+++. We had problems on the Psyduck. I think Zapdos looks great. Let's go give it a B- overall. We're gonna give him a C+. Because if you're using all this AI stuff, you could have fixed those things. I think this is great. The only issue is the Psyduck continuity issues with the Psyduck. Psyduck walking like Jesus on the water, and then him looking like Gumby at one time. The evolution. Hold on, let me calculate all the deductions. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we go from them looking like Putty, like Rita Repulsa made them. Him walking like Jesus. Them looking bored the whole entire time. The duck moment. See, the duck moment. They're actually taking stock footage for Duck. Psyduck's looking dry as hell in the back. Not okay, having a clear storyline, but they should have had him battle. Hell, they should have had him battle Zapdos. He could have lost, but should put a berry up and teleported him away. Or Psychic away. But the Magikarps and the Paris looks really good. I like this whole moment with the Psychic and the Moses. I'm gonna give this a C plus. You know, because like if I was grading this as the professor, well, I am your professor on this. I would have been like, you know, just like I said with a lot of these videos, it's just a finishing point. It's like, you know how like someone just rushed through their project and you didn't look at it or read your paper. You just have to reread this. I think probably another day of work would have made a difference. Would have been perfect. And let's just get into the story because why not? We're saying AI is going to replace everybody. I think it could have been. I mean, a beginner, middle, and end. Beginning was kind of vague. Him using Cloud9 was kind of vague. I think we could have been him clear. Psyduck would have looked even more powerful if we cleared the weather using his Cloud9 ability with his psychic abilities, right? You know, a quick little battle could have been of him fighting like a Geodude and you self-destruct and could have, you know, water gunned him or use damp. Like, you know, little different things. But, okay.
Steady,
But he looks great.
agile,
Golduck looks great.
shaped to survive the dangerous waters of this new habitat. With his body renewed and his mind
Now look
finally
at his
clear,
homies.
he understands.
Now his Golduck, I like how he holds him like that's his brothers, or you know, like Mother Golduck. But
What must be done? Now he is ready to
wait, okay, these are bald-headed Golducks. Does Golduck have 3 hairs or 2? 3. Okay, you could the least you could have gave him. So these are bald-headed Psyducks,
and guide
bald-headed
them
hole.
through the
Oh, they're 3 here now.
the
See these
psychic energy, once erratic and
Psyduck,
playful,
Golduck looks
is
amazing.
now the
The
very
budget went on
source of
Golduck.
power that will keep
I guess this is a shiny Golduck because now he has a blue beak.
groups safe until they grow.
We'll give it a
Stay
C.
tuned for the next
Oh,
episodes
damn
to
it.
discover
C
more
minus.
details
Okay.
about these.
Yeah, so overall, I enjoyed this, but we're gonna have to give this video a C minus. Let me stop recording. I'm back. Yeah, I really enjoyed this set of Psyduck's life in Kanto Wetlands, but I'm gonna have to be honest. Look, I'm trying to update. It's a C minus for me. Just the continuity issues, the different issues I talked about. But this final shot is amazing. We're already like almost 40 minutes in this video. So I think I'm gonna stop right here. And what I'll do is continue the Psyduck marathon in another video. But like, subscribe, comment. If you love these Pokemon documentaries, please share and let me know your favorite parts. Did you learn something about design? How would you do things different? How many mistakes do you count? Let me know. This is Dr. Alchemist with Dr. Dictionary and the Council Credentials. We are signing out. Keep analoging and don't forget, we can adapt, we can rebuild, we can win, we can achieve our hopes and dreams. I stuttered a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave that in. And now, since I'm about to do a part 2 to this, I have to now go change my shirt. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going. Keep analoging, yo.